Hello. This episode of Food and Fitteds, it comes from Zebulon, North Carolina, at a ballpark that's home to the Carolina Mudcats baseball team. And this game was also part of the Curb Rim Media Meetup. So the Dad Hat Chronicles was here, Baseball by Design was here, some other members and followers of the group were here, and well, you'll meet some of them later, but on to the food. Okay, every single concession stand is called the bait shop, so you have to look at the red banner underneath to see what they serve. The Reel 'em in the Grill is your normie norm concession stand with burgers and fries and nachos. Grand Slam Barbecue has your brats and your pork sandwiches and your pulled pork nachos, but I went back to the Reel 'em in the Grill because they served Carolina Packers Bright Leaf Classic red hot dog. This is a North Carolina staple. It's just a little extra food coloring, and it might look like a normal hot dog on the film, but trust me, if you see it in person, it's kind of an extra bright red, and it just tastes wonderful. And like I said, anytime I'm in North Carolina, that's where I go. On Frozen Pond is your ice cream stand. They serve Hershey's brand ice cream. And folks, there was something wrong with the cooler because as you can see, my chocolate ice cream was served half melted already. And folks, I'm not going to lie to you when I tell you that I got more of this on me than in me. So let's fix the cooler. For some reason, all the other ice creams were okay. Okay, on to the team store, which I'm sure had a cute nickname because that's the law in Minor League Baseball. You can see a well-stocked hat wall there with all their alternates, their Copa, and their home and their roads. They had plenty of t-shirts and toys and even stuffed animals. I've gotten t-shirts there before, so there's a wide variety of stuff that you can get. Very helpful and attentive staff. And back in the corner, of course, you have a kids section. The hat, the fitted for this video, is the Sunday alternate. It was Sunday when I was there, so this was the hat they were wearing. It's just like their home and their away hat, but just with the white instead of the red or the black. Now, there's a lot of great beer at Mudcats games. Some stands are going to be open. Some stands are not going to be open. They have some local breweries there represented, but Old Raleigh Spirits and Sips is where you're going to go if you want to get a cocktail or anything stronger than regular beer. But I was here on a mission, folks. I was here to get some catfish. My two previous attempts at coming to a Mudcats game, I had not been able to get a catfish at all, or I got some burnt up little nuggets thing that were just terrible. But luck was with me today. As I passed the big Bobber Pizza stand, I found the diamond of the stadium, of the concession stands, the Catfish Corner Grill. You can get your red hot dogs there, but they have the Carolina Catfish Sandwich and a catfish platter, which comes with a catfish sandwich and fries. And shout out to Paul Caputo for pointing out that they charge the same for the sandwich as they did for the platter. So I got the sandwich, and he got the better deal by getting a platter. But as you can see, this beautiful sandwich, instead of me reviewing it, I'm going to let the man do it himself. Here's Paul. All right, I am here with Paul Caputo of Baseball by Design, and told a New York Times best-selling author. All right, and he is going to share with us. He's our guest reviewer today. What do you got, Paul?
Well, first of all, I nodded like that's not a total fabrication from our friend Pat Larson. That was the first pitch of the game. I don't know where it went. But I'm drinking, first of all, drinking a Red Oak. I'm here in North Carolina drinking a Red Oak, which is a local beer that I really like, a Vienna lager, an amber lager. And I have been asked to test out the catfish sandwich. We're at the Carolina Mudcats. It's a catfish. So I'm going to try a bite here. I'm not an expert on catfish. I live in Colorado. I grew up in Philly, so this is not necessarily in my wheelhouse. Try it out. It's really good. That's a really good first bite of that sandwich right there. It's delicious. It's tender. It's not like real dry. It's not too greasy. I think it's really good. It passes my test. Like I said, not an expert. If you want me to be an expert on something, I'll test out a cheesesteak somewhere. But this, good sandwich.
Thank you, Paul. And behind the scenes here, our prop guy, shout out to Ed Rivera of the Dad Hat Chronicles for displaying the sandwich properly there. Okay.
That's what I do.
Thank you. Well, thanks, Paul. You made me hungry again. So I went back to the Catfish Corner Grill and got their onion rings. I could smell them when I got my catfish sandwich earlier, and boy, they tasted great. They were just crispy, the right amount of breading, and I washed down my onion rings with a Red Oak Amber Ale from a local brewery here. I love ambers, and this was no exception. It tasted great, as did the onion rings, and well, everything I had today. Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Food and Fitteds from the Carolina Mudcat Stadium in Zebulon, North Carolina. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'd like to thank Curb Rim Media for putting together this big meetup here. They went to several games. I just went to two. There'll be a Durham's video on my YouTube channel as well. And I'd like to thank Ed Rivera, Pat Larson, Donnie Wise, Eric Prophet of the Dad Hat Chronicles. You can watch them on YouTube and Instagram every Tuesday night at 9. And also, I'd like to thank Paul Caputo of Baseball Design for being my guest reviewer. And it's nice meeting everybody there connected with the Curb Rim community. Lynn, Ranger Amy, anybody else I'm thinking. And like I said, it was just great to hang out with all of y'all, and I can't wait to do it again. And again, thank you for watching this video.